Hello, my spiritual friends. I am here to do your weekly abundance reading, and I'm going to be pulling 3 tarot cards for you so that you can make the most out of your week and get you set up for success. So your first card is the inverted Ace of Fire. Okay, so this card is a spirit card, and it represents the third eye star. So it's a card of illumination, and it's a card of insights. Okay, so this card is representing your energy this week, and when it's inverted, it's indicating that maybe you're not catching all the insights that are available to you, and it's time to redirect your energy to going inward. The third eye star, of course, is representing that intuition and those epiphanies that want to come to you. So, by the way, they are located, the third eye star is located on your thumb. So if you happen to have this marker on your thumb, that means that you have a third eye star. And I'm just going to draw it out for you here on this drawing. Okay, so in the middle section of your thumb, it'll be a little star that shows up right there in that, what we call the zone of strategy. So this is where we make plans to manifest our lives. Okay, so if you have one of these stars, which by the way are very rare, then it's an indication that you can easily tap into these epiphanies. But for most of us, we need to actually work at it. So your energy is saying that you need to look inward, make sure you clean and clear your third eye and your third eye energy. And you can do that by actually opening up this part of your thumb, and you can just tell it to clear. Okay, clear my energy, third eye, just clear. Okay, so just do that. And let's take a look at our next card, which is going to be your advice card for the week. And the card that we're getting is the inverted Eight of Air. Okay, so the Eight of Air, this is the Saturn challenge. And again, when it's inverted, okay, we see this guy who's in jail, and he's got handcuffs, and he's not looking very happy. But when it's inverted, this is actually representing our get out of jail energy. All right, so let yourself out of jail. You don't need to stay in jail if you don't want to. That's what this card is saying. And you have the key, and there's a key right here behind him. And that's the message from this card. The advice is that you can get yourself out of jail and you can create your life of abundance. Okay, and how do we do that? We work on our Saturn challenges. Okay, so by the way, if you have a Saturn challenge, it's going to be located as a minor line. Both of these are minor markers, by the way. So I'm going to draw in the lifeline, and it usually starts inside the lifeline, and it heads up towards the middle finger. Okay, so it'll start either here in Mars, or it'll start maybe a little lower down here in Venus, and it'll head up towards your middle finger. If you have this marker on your hands, that's an indication that you have a Saturn challenge marker. And Saturn is all about duties, work, responsibilities, and your attitude towards these things. Okay, so if we're feeling restricted, we're feeling like we don't have any options, we may have a Saturn challenge marker. And it's actually just a way to tell our body that it's time to redirect our energy towards freeing ourselves from these restrictions. So if you're doing activities that are restrictive for you this week, I would encourage you to, reorganize your schedule so that you can spend more time looking inward. And it looks to me like it would be good for you to just maybe tidy up loose ends would be another good interpretation of this card. And know that you don't need to stay in this restriction if you don't want to. It's totally your choice. All right. So the third card is going to represent your results and what can we expect to see with the results from your efforts. Okay, and the card that we're getting is the inverted hermit. Okay, so the inverted hermit is all about finding a spiritual teacher or mentor to assist you on your pathway of enlightenment. Okay, so this is a learning week for you. This is a learning and growing week spiritually for you. And we're going to not do everything on our own. That's what this is saying. It's like, stop trying to do this all on your own. What are you doing? You can call on a mentor, or you can call on your spirit guides. You can call on your angels. You can call on the benevolent ETs. You know, that's who this card is representing. And this is corresponding to the Earth Mercury hand shape. So if you're a hermit archetype, you will have short fingers and a square palm, and you will also have a long little finger. That will be your dominant finger, is your little finger. Okay, so it's actually a fairly uncommon hand shape. But if you do have that, that would represent your subconscious influences and how you create abundance in your life. So everybody has their own archetype and their own personal abundance formula. So this card is saying that you can tap into the energy of the hermit and the wisdom. This also can represent universal wisdom. Again, so when we go inward and we meditate and we tune in to these higher dimensional realms, then we can create more abundance in our lives. And if we're choosing to ignore it, you know, again, if we look at the inverted of like, we're not asking for that assistance and we think we're just going to do it all on our own, that's actually going to keep us in the dark, because here is the flame pointing downward, right? And we don't want that. We want the flame to point up. Okay, so this is your guidance for the week. We're also getting a clear quartz crystal as the crystal on this card, which is the master healer. So you can bring in a clear quartz to assist you with your manifestations. You can program clear quartz. It's very easy to program. And you can have it assist you when you're meditating, and you can tell it what it is that you want to manifest, and you can have it bring it back into the physical for you. So that's one way that you can do it. And I like to use crystals for all kinds of things. So I hope this is helpful for you for this week's abundance reading. By the way, if you like this deck that I'm using, it is my very own deck called Palmistry Tarot. And it brings in a traditional 78 card tarot deck along with my knowledge in palm reading. So there's a palmistry marker on every single card, and there's also a crystal from my very own collection in every single card. And you can just go to palmistrytarot.com if you want to grab yourself a deck. And also, I would invite you to take my free quiz. I have a free abundance archetype quiz. So if you want to find out if you're a hermit, for example, or if you're something else, you can just take my quiz. It only takes a couple of minutes. And just go to ascension17.com for that quiz. And it's really fun to learn what your hands have to tell you about who you are and how you can create more abundance in your life. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Please follow and like for more spiritual and abundance tips. And I wish you infinite abundance. Have a beautiful day.